To this week's Tuesday tune-up. I am Tia. I'm going to just do a little camera adjustment here as I am live on both platforms, over on Facebook and on here on Instagram. Sorry, I just all of a sudden had all of these things pop up on my phone. So let me make sure all of my everything is on silent. And whew, it has been a busy 24 hours. I'm going to fill you in on what's been going on. We had the new moon on Monday. Who here participated in a beautiful new moon celebration? Bringing in the new. Such a juicy opportunity. Um, Interesting. So interesting today that as I am beginning, there's all of these notifications coming up all over the place. So I'm going to do my best just to be super present and ignore them all. Um, so new moon, and today is the first day of the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah. And so to those of you who are celebrating the New Year, Happy New Year. The book is open, and it's a very, very powerful time. So even if you're not Jewish, the energy of the new year, the energy of the intention of taking a look back on the last year, asking for forgiveness and being in a place of forgiveness. That's a powerful energy to have so many people in the world focused on that. So what's coming up today is the power of forgiveness. That's probably no coincidence. Of course, because the energy that we bring forward here to support you in your physical well being and in your spiritual well being, to tune up those vibrations, is often influenced by what's happening out in the world by the moon cycle. And for those of you who joined in, and there's a number of you who join in weekly on these Tuesday tune-ups, who also joined in last week for on Wednesday for Meet Your Muse, Unlock What Lights You Up, and Unleash Your Powerful Purpose. We had a powerful week last week. We had the Red Thread Through Line on Monday, where every month on the last quarter of the moon, I channel an ancestral healing to heal the feminine lineage. And that is for men and women. And we had two divine masculine beings, two beautiful divine masculine hearts who are with us. And it was a beautiful balance, a beautiful yin and yang of masculine and feminine energy that we had in the Red Thread Through Line. And then we had more alarms going off. Then on Wednesday, we went right into Meet Your Muse with Cosmic Smash Booking, which is one of the most magical, creative, amazing, juicy experiences where I guide you through an incredible ritual, a process, a technology to connect you with your inner creative genius. So more to come on both of those things. Again, Red Thread Through Line is monthly on the last quarter of the moon, and Meet Your Muse, there's more coming there because we are headed into the last quarter of the year. And what better time to dig into unleashing your powerful purpose than the last quarter of the current year, so that we can set those intentions and get super clear on what gets to happen in the following year. So that's what's up today. And a little distracted today. There's a lot going on. My family, we get to go to Nantucket tomorrow to visit my eldest nephew Cahill, which I haven't seen him now in a few months. He moved there, got a summertime gig there, and is super excited. So my younger nephew, who turns 17 tomorrow, we're all going as a family to go visit the older brother. So there's a lot of running around and having a kitty sitter come over tomorrow night to take care of Azrael, because he definitely gets lonely. So, whew, fall, summertime, here we go. Moving into the energy of, it's interesting. Fall for a lot of people is about decay and about harvesting. And for me, I always get super energized. I really get tapped into that energy of the harvest. And so today, we're going to really dig into the energy of forgiveness and the energy of harvesting. Harvesting that forgiveness, harvesting our vision, harvesting our energy, harvesting what's to come in this next new year. 2022 seems so strange to say is not that far off. Powerful year. When we add up the number 2022, we come to 6. 6 is a trinity number, the power of 3. So there's an awful lot happening, and more to come on all of that too. So I invite you to go ahead and lean back and allow whatever you're seated upon or lying upon to fully support you. And close your eyes if you're able to safely do so that we can go into the focused portion of the energy transmission, because the energy is already coming through. And so those of you who are very connected with your energy field, I imagine that you're already sensing the energy that's popping in and bubbling up at the crown chakra and coming through our central channel already. And for those of you who maybe this might be a little newer, no worries, that energy is coming through because you're here. And even if you don't necessarily sense what I am speaking into, it's still happening for you at a rate and a pace that is for your highest good and your best healing. So let us take a few deep breaths in together so that we can ground. And this is also for me because I'm a little ungrounded today. So let's go ahead. We're going to breathe in as deep as possible, hold at the top, and then exhale for 4. So breathing in deeply now. And holding at the top and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in nice and deep again. Holding at the top and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And inhaling again one more time together. Holding at the top and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, delightful energy coming through today as we gather in circle in the astral plane, coming together. Lots of sparkles today, like an Instagram filter. Like just lots of like sparkle energy we are being surrounded by, like as if millions and millions of stars were just being born in this very moment all around us. Inviting you to feel into that energy, this powerful pops of energy of this starlight, this powerful planetary energy being born all around us. And today, the energy that we're receiving is working on our etheric field, our energy body, and starting very profoundly in that space. And what's coming up today is that each of us are having a very individual experience in the energy that's coming through today. So there'll be less talking from me. And this is an invitation for you to really tap into your own intuitive guidance, your own inner wisdom, and feeling into the energy that's coming through today. And these beautiful starlights, this beautiful popping, birthing energy, sending these beautiful little columns of light, little strings of light, if you will, right into our energy body. These lines of energy are connected with the red threads in your life. And this is a healing, this is an ancestral healing, is what's coming through today. Deep, deep ancestral healing, which is very tied to Rosh Hashanah in terms of the energetics of the sacred tradition that has been around for centuries. And with this amazing time of the book of the Jewish New Year being open, this ancestral healing is coming in to invite in forgiveness. It's a very sacred, solemn time of consideration. I'm going to give this next bit of time for you to feel into these beautiful strands of new energy, birthing energy of these little planetary starlight bursts of energy. Is very much new energy being sent directly into our energy body, our etheric field, so that it can move into our physical bodies. In this moment, in this day of looking back, in this period of time of looking forward, of forgiveness for ourselves, forgiveness of those who may have transgressed, harmed us, in whatever way we think about this. And as this energy continues to be sent to us, the Shekinah energy is coming through very profoundly today. Again, picking up on a lot of energy in the celestial realm, in the Ensof God realm, Goddess realm, whatever your word is. For me, it's the Great Mother. An invitation to be with her, an invitation to be with, again, whatever your word for our Creator is, to actually be sitting in contemplation today during Tuesday's tune-up with our Creator, specifically with our attention on forgiveness. And forgiveness has the power to move mountains, heal families, release energy. And not just your current family, but this ancestral lineage, moving back in time and creating a pathway of healed energy moving forward. When we heal the relationships and the wounds in this lifetime, it creates an incredible energy, an incredible pathway moving forward. When we truly forgive ourselves daily, moment by moment, truly forgiving ourselves, there's great power in that because we're healing our own heart. When we heal our heart, our cup is able to overflow and we're able to be in service to others. We're able to live powerfully in our passion, powerfully in our purpose, powerfully show up in this world because our heart is awakening and we are reclaiming our power. Powerful, delicious, loving energy. And I invite you, you're being invited, we're all being invited, to pick something in this moment to forgive yourself for. What can you forgive yourself for right now? What is the one thing that's coming up that would support you most in forgiving yourself for? And bringing that energy right into your heart, that forgiveness energy. And as this energy begins to move back to its source and dissipate from us, I invite you to go ahead and breathe in deep as possible, filling your lungs, your diaphragm, your belly, and trusting and knowing that for the next 7 breaths, this healing energy, this forgiveness that you are calling in will be fully integrated at a rate and a pace that's for your highest good. And over the next 7 breaths, no need to count them, they're happening automatically, will support you in coming back to center, coming back into your body as you wiggle your toes and your fingers to support you. Breathing in those deep breaths. Take in this sacred energy, holding it in your heart, and slowly and gently opening your eyes, allowing them to adjust to the light of the room. And welcome back. Powerful energy today, an invitation of forgiveness, deep forgiveness for yourself, deep forgiveness for those in your life, and even thinking throughout your lifetime. And an invitation for this next week to think of all the different people in your lifetime that you can forgive now. An invitation to let that energy be held in your heart and let it ripple out. And as you think of these people, these incidences, these experiences, that you can move into forgiveness, sending that forgiving energy out to that person, naming them, picturing them, allowing that forgiveness to go, because as you forgive, you're literally taking big rocks out of the backpack on your back that are holding you down, weighing you down, and keeping you stuck. Really very powerful work. And I acknowledge you for being here and catching this live and in the replay and embarking on the journey. So please feel free to direct message me with any questions, or I'd love to hear about your experience, so please leave a comment below. And or you can email me at tia@dreamsculptinginstitute.com. And again, the red thread through line comes to you every month. It's an ancestral healing of your feminine lineage, and that's on the last quarter of the month. And this month it is on the 28th. I always like to double check my calendar. The link, if you are on Instagram, is in my bio, and for those of you on Facebook, there is an event that has been created for the Red Thread Through Line, so I invite you to go ahead and check that out. And again, reach out with any questions. I am wishing you a beautiful rest of your day. I'm sending you all of my love and loving you passionately. Mwah.